Hi, welcome to your online video recap in association with Astounded.com.
Hi Russell, great session on the range yesterday, really enjoyed working with you and some great progress made towards the end of the day. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. First of all, we were looking at controlling the movement of the left knee during the backswing. What we see here on the top left is the left knee doing a nice job working towards the baseline up until about P2.2, and then what we start to do then, I'm just going to put this on here, the left knee then starts to move in, pushing your left shoulder to level, and as a result moving the club across the line at P4. When the club's across the line at P4, we're a little bit too much underneath plane coming into the golf ball, and we tend to hit a lot of pushes and overdraws. So at this point in the session, left knee pointing more behind the golf ball. What we've done here now on the bottom left is we've moved the ball up in the stance a little bit. We've got a nice ball position now, sort of just opposite where the badge on the shirt would be, just opposite the left hand side of your head. Much more appropriate again, excuse me, for someone who tends to get the club a little bit too much on the inside, so we don't want that ball creeping too far back. What we've also done now is try to work with the cane on the inside of the left knee, using that drill to try and just control the rate at which that left knee moves across. And you can see now, previously at P2.2, this left knee would really start to kick in. Play this one back. So left knee doing a pretty good job at that point, nice and stable, working towards the camera if you will. And then from now, put a line on the club there, this left knee is really going to start working across, pushing that left shoulder to level, limiting your ability to turn on a tilted angle when viewed from down the line. What we see now is the left knee, now this is about a couple of hours in, that left knee staying much more stable for much longer. I mean P3 now, that left knee is still working towards the baseline, it's not started to move in. Just past P3, the left knee starts to drift to allow you to turn. But having said that, the overall location of that knee in relation to the ball has improved. So we've got a better version of what we had before. Over a period of time, that left knee will be controlled even better. Bear in mind also that the ball position on your original footage was a little bit further back. So even though the line I've drawn down the left thigh is now maybe an inch or two further forward than it was, in relation to your original ball position, it's quite a lot further forward than it was. So good move at that point, much better control of that left knee during the backswing. What we then wanted to look at was why some shots are still overdrawing and pushing. And we can see there that the flex in the left knee has been maintained for too long. When the flex is maintained in the knee for too long, in the left knee for too long, again the plane line is shifted to the right, and that's causing us to wrap the hands over quite a lot. So we've got quite a high rate of closure on those swings. When we looked at it from down the line, keeping the left knee flexed was stopping the hips coming out of their forward tilt. You can see there that there's absolutely no change in the height of your belt from P6 all the way through past P7. Slight change now, but you can see that left knee staying flexed and the club wrapping over considerably, hands passing the body, and still now going up to P8 there's no lifting of the belt. In other words, we're lacking extension. If the left leg straightens, that raises the belt, brings the hips out of the forward tilt and allows the body to keep moving. So what we've worked on here is trying to post up on that left side a little bit more on the way through. This is you trying to straighten your left leg as quick as possible. And you can see now, through impact, the belt starts to raise a little bit more. Albeit not quite as early as it should. I'd like to see the belt lift raising from about here onwards. But as the left leg straightens, you can see now that the hips start to come out of the forward tilt, allowing the body to keep turning. So big change at that point in the position of the belt line, resulting in a lower exit position. So the handle of the club's coming out here as opposed to here. So what we've got to try and do is control the left knee on the way back as per the footage on the left, and then learn to control the left knee and straighten the left knee on the way through. As I said, bringing the hips out of the forward tilt, allowing the body to continue to turn, and allowing the club to trace the circle better on the way through after impact. So the drill we've given you to isolate that is to make some swings where we take the club barely 3 feet back, really short backswing. Your biggest source of power now is the standing up piece of the golf swing, and this is you just hitting some shots, trying to hit it as far as you can with a very short backswing. Straight away you do that, left leg straightens, belt line raises, hips are coming out the forward tilt, and there's nowhere near as much flip coming through impact. The arms are also starting to straighten out nicely on this one, as opposed to dividing, and again a lot of that is in an attempt to shift the plane line to the left at the last minute. So plenty of work on that left knee discipline in the backswing, as we see here on the bottom left. Much better control of that left knee, hasn't moved at all coming into P3, as opposed to what we're seeing at the start of the session, whereas at P3 the left knee has moved in considerably. And then a lot of work then on trying to develop this move where the belt line is lifting through impact, and that's done by straightening the left leg as you come through. So you can see there, with a limited backswing from about P6.2, left leg starts to straighten, using the ground, pushing up off the ground, creating extra power, but also assisting in your ability to control the flight of your golf ball. Great session. I've loaded some still comparisons up onto the memory stick as promised, and you can collect that upon your next visit to the golf club. There'll also be one there for Aaron to start using as well. Good luck with it. I look forward to working with you again in the coming weeks. Well done.